exactly a list of all of our partners. The University of Kentucky, the Small Business Administration. I have, when we're not in the middle of a pandemic, I have an office in Berea City Hall. And the motto for Berea, or the tagline, is "Where Art's Alive." And by the end of this presentation, you'll understand why that's important to me and what I'm doing in Berea. So the Kentucky Small Business Development Center, it's been around a while. We've been assisting the Commonwealth small business community for 40 years. And we now have 17 centers statewide. That's grown quite a bit from what it was at the beginning of the year. We were fortunate enough to receive CARES Act money to open up new centers to make sure that folks all over the Commonwealth receive our services. We like to think that you wouldn't have to drive more than an hour to visit with an SBDC consultant. Of course, right now, we're not driving anywhere. So that's okay. This will not be forever. I'm going to end it on my comment on the pandemic with that. So we bring an experienced and knowledgeable staff. We provide unparalleled coaching and training services that help assist business owners and potential entrepreneurs too. We don't just work with existing businesses, we help with startups as well. We are co-sponsored by the U.S. Small Business Administration, and we are administered by the University of Kentucky in partnership with regional universities, community and private colleges, and the private sector. So what do we offer? We provide business coaching. That's one-on-one, whether it's in person or in a Zoom call. We try to meet our clients where they are in their planning process. We offer assistance for small business owners seeking capital. I think Michael made a really good point of that in his presentation, how we work very closely, and it's very important for me to know the lenders in the area so that I can help prepare. Your clients are my clients, and I want to help prepare those clients to better meet your specifications. And I think if we all work together, everyone wins, right? We also we conduct market research. That's an important component of the business plan. It's actually one of my favorite parts of working on a client with a business plan. We have access to a lot of data through the University of Kentucky's library. We also pay for subscriptions to a variety of different agencies that collect that data. I always feel like it's really important that a plan be based in the numbers, because I say to my clients, the numbers don't lie to us. It's really important for us to move forward understanding what those numbers are. And then we also, of course, provide connections to other small business resources. That's been a really engaging part of my move here, is to get to know all of the other resource providers. They've all been very open, and I know that a lot of them are on participating on this summit, and it just feels really good to be part of that community. So our vision is the Kentucky Small Business Development Center Network is a premier provider of business services that empower entrepreneurs with practical information, skills, and strategies that make measurable positive impact on the performance of their businesses, and then by extension on the communities in which they work. So I want you to keep that in mind, that we're talking about the businesses and the people that live and work in the community. They certainly impact that community and the quality of life there. So what is our mission? We work to strengthen Kentucky's economy through the delivery of high quality, in-depth, and hands-on business consulting to existing and startup businesses, creating both wealth and jobs. We believe that our clients are valuable as individuals to us and to the Kentucky economy. We believe small business is the lifeblood of the Kentucky economy and that generating a profit is a worthy goal. We believe our roles are to coach and educate our clients. We provide links to other resources and often partner with other business assistance service providers. So what are our values? The service that we offer, to us, it means making a difference in our clients' lives by offering valuable, timely, and meaningful assistance. So the most important thing that I can do as a coach is to listen to my clients' concerns. What problems and businesses are they trying to solve? How can I help them? It's important to, as I said earlier, to meet our clients where they are in the process and make sure that we don't lead them down the wrong path or abandon them, all of those things. The quality that we offer is uncompromising excellence in all we do. So we're able to do that because we are a statewide network of trained professionals. If I don't have the answers to a client's questions, it's important for me to say that and to reach out to other KSBDC coaches that may have more knowledge on the subject. Every KSBDC coach has taken a skills assessment that ranks their knowledge on different business issues. For example, a coach in Louisville may know way more about exporting than I do, and that's the truth. There is a coach there that does that. With the client's permission, I would connect them with that coach if they're needing help with exporting. We are always striving to put our clients' needs first. So the integrity of it, we will gain the confidence and trust of your clients by keeping all proprietary information confidential and by being honest, trustworthy, and credible in all our dealings. One of the first processes that I will go through with a client is I will send them a confidentiality agreement that we both sign. And by my signature being on there, it makes me liable to protect what they choose to share with me. That's extremely important to us. We value your trust in us. So the creative economy data. So this is a good prompt to tell you a little bit more about me and why I moved to Berea in last December. The first 10 years I was with the Louisville SBDC, and last year I moved here to open the first SBDC in the United States that focuses on creative entrepreneurs. The KSBDC was able to do this thanks to a portable assistance grant from the Small Business Administration that actually allows me to serve the entire state. So even though I am housed in Berea, the portable assistance grant allows me to meet my clients where they are. And right now that's being done through Zoom. But again, I don't think that the pandemic is going to be here forever. So you may be asking yourself about now, why would the SBA care about creative entrepreneurs? So this slide answers that question for you. And I think these are some pretty amazing numbers. And this data, it took about 3 years for this to be gathered, but this is from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. And it reports that the arts and culture productions accounts for over $763 billion. So that number, that 763 billion, I like to say that, it just sounds good, doesn't it? That is 4.2 of the US economy. That also translates to 4,916,922 jobs. So the core arts is the value of that is right at 152,950, excuse me, 152,954,118,000. And then the supporting arts make up the remainder of that 763 billion. So in these rapidly changing times, creativity, innovation, imagination, and entrepreneurship are the hallmarks of the new economy in Kentucky and around the world. And that means that investment in the arts and creativity is critical to economic, educational, and civic success. So arts and cultural experiences account for a significant number of small businesses that help stimulate the economy through tourism and neighborhood development, as well as creating community assets that improve our collective quality of life. Now, that's something that's difficult to measure, but it's important to almost all of us, to business owners, to employees, and the community at large. If you think about it, if a corporation is trying to attract new talent to a community, what do? They go out and they take a snapshot, or they want to show a good representation of the cultural assets in the community to attract not only that new potential new employee, but their family. What type of quality of life can that family moving to that new area expect? So this in turn helps to incubate and grow additional businesses. It broadens the tax base and it attracts tourists. So here's how the creative economy shows up in the entire economy. It's second in the impact of dollars, only behind retail. I wonder, and these were actually gathered before the pandemic. So I wonder if that's changed, because we all know that retail has taken a hard hit during the pandemic. But we also see that folks are using art and creative ventures to get through the pandemic. So the vision, what do we want to do? We want to build vibrant and enterprising communities by generating new value for the arts and creativity. How will we do that? We partner with other organizations that might have the same mission and values as the SBDC, but they have always focused on creative entrepreneurs. We're kind of new to the game of just focusing on that one sector. But we do have an organization that we have partnered with that was formerly housed here in Berea. It is now in Frederick, Maryland, that we have chosen to participate with. If you haven't heard of the AIR Institute, I'd like to invite you to watch this short video that talks about the connection between the business community and the creative community.
AIR is based on a belief that art and creativity can save the world. And the reality of our world right now is we are confused and isolated and alone, in spite of being more connected than we ever have been before. The concept of AIR is helping us imagine how we can use our creative juices, the thing that makes us human, figure out how to solve the biggest problems that humanity is facing. We have crazy ways of thinking that may not always be right, but they are a jumping off point for inspiration. AIR is designed to help make those solutions come forward. I walked away from my artistic career and went into politics and community development and nonprofit management. And I spent the beginnings of my career working directly in the system, not imagining how much art really could be impacting the world if I had taken my creative path. And inside me, I felt something change, which was a realization that art is what brings people together, what touches our souls, what moves us to action, which helps us find common ground and connection in a way that no law and no policy ever will. That was the beginning of where the concept of air came from. What we do with air is create a fertile ground. We prepare the soil, we bring in the right nutrients so that it's possible to grow a person as an artist or as a small business person who's interested in being more creative and innovative and community focused in the way that they do their work. And what the programs do is nurture those seeds of ideas, those seeds of community. And what comes from that are these richer experiences. 85% of our Evolve participants say that they have significantly more financial resources after doing our programs. That's a big deal. And most of it is because they've built a network for themselves. They've built their own garden. They've built the people that they can pull on who help fertilize their ideas and their businesses in a way that keeps them from quitting and keeps them from giving up. So most of what AIR is doing is helping people connect and giving them basic skills and tools that are not rocket science. There's no silver bullet to save everyone's life, but what we do help them realize is that their community and their friends and their family can help save their lives. So when we started actually designing the curriculum for AIR, a crazy thing happened. A whole bunch of people came to a public meeting that was about arts professional development curriculum design. Can you think of anything more boring? But we had 120 people show up to a public meeting, and half of them were not artists. They were business people, lawyers, accountants, educators, nonprofit leaders. And they were there because they wanted to be more creative and they didn't know how to access artists. They were afraid of artists. They were starting to share that they were as worried and as confused and frightened by the new economy as all of the artists were, who were telling us, we don't understand how to work in galleries. The music industry is upside down. Publishing is crazy. And what do we do about intellectual property at this point when digital technology makes everything gray? And a light bulb went off. We realized that we had a different opportunity. We had an opportunity to bring two groups of people together who normally never hang out. They don't spend time together. They feel like they are so different, who had a ton in common. And so we designed programs that bring artists and business people and communities together to learn how to speak each other's language, to learn how to collaborate, and to learn how to use design thinking and creative processes to do smart business planning that is sustainable. So we help build an entrepreneurial spirit for the whole community together, and magic things are happening. So what we find is that people's lives are so much richer when they embrace a little bit of that creative side. So whether it's that you are a great chef, or that you like to garden, or that maybe you have a hobby as a musician or as a writer, being able to access that more in your life actually helps you be a better business person and a better community member. And that's where the spirit of AIR is recognizing that bringing out in each other our native talents. And for some people, that is spreadsheets. We want to find and get these folks together and help them learn how to speak each other's language and make a richer tapestry for their community and for their lives.
So, great. So, let's take me to, well, just going to try to do that, but maybe that made some questions for you. I'm not sure. And I also just realized I closed it before you could get my contact information, but I will certainly send this around. Um, you might have seen some names, some people in the video that you recognized. Danny Isaacs, who formerly was the economic development director with Berea. He moved to Western Kentucky, but he is still very involved with the AIR program. Both Danny and I are trained AIR facilitators. And we actually got to lead a meeting in Paducah very early this year that I think was that was helpful to the community. We have converted all of our programs to virtual during the pandemic, and you can always reach out to me. There's more information about the programs that we offer on the KSBDC website, ksbdc.org. There's also, I have a new Berea KSBDC Instagram account, and there is a Berea KSBDC Facebook page. Right now, I'm working on trying to organize and promote some of the Berea merchants of their participation in Shop Small Saturday. That's just another way that we try to get out and be visible in the community. At this point, it may all be virtual, but we're trying to forge ahead with a way to promote those merchants in a way that's socially responsible as it relates to the pandemic. And I would love to talk to all of you if you want to call me. So my phone number is 859-221-2122. And my email is my name @uky.edu.